So a lot of people have been hitting me up on social media, on Twitter and so on, telling me about the scratching issue, this potential scratching fiasco that's going on with the new Pixel devices, Pixel 3, Pixel 3 XL, specifically the black version. A lot of people wanted me to test this out. They were like, Lou, it's another gate. You got all these iPhone gates. Where's the Pixel gates? You gotta have equal gate opportunities. So here we have it. Of course, I gotta test this out. You guys asked for it, so you get it. Now the Pixel 3 in front of me has actually been used by Will. Poor Will. And so I forced him to sacrifice this model right here for this scratch test. He's concerned, he's worried, he's upset, but I think it might be okay. Things might be okay. We'll find out. And now the reason he's sacrificing this unit that he's been testing out is because I've been using the white version. Funny story, this is the regular Pixel 3. I was on the 3 XL, if you recall from the Switch video. I switched again in private to the mini version, so I'll have a little bit more to say eventually about why I did that. From the moment I first interacted with this device, I was immediately struck by the unusual texture on the back of it. It's got this kind of matte finish, which is unusual for a glass back device. But the trouble with your regular glossy glass is, generally, you're gonna have fingerprints all over it and so on. This is a step better. Apparently, it doesn't come without its costs. Whatever process is being used here by Google to create this finish, some users are reporting that regular everyday items like keys and change are marking this surface up and creating a pretty terrible look for your brand new device. So I want to test that out. I have a couple of different items here to test with this device. Of course, I have the key. The key is key. Some people put their smartphones in their pockets with their keys, although if you're somebody who does that, we can no longer be friends. I'm aggravated. All right, put the keys. Pick a phone pocket, just phone. All right, from here on out. We have a lighter. Some people put a lighter in their pocket. This is plastic, a little bit of metal on it. Let's see what that can do. Some change as well to run this very quick little experiment here. Now, I do have to say the reason I'm a little less nervous than I might otherwise be is because I have checked out a video from Erica Griffin, very well done video in which she did her own various tests, kind of like this. So anyway, let's go ahead, run our own experiment, see what our results look like, and essentially find out if this is something that you should be concerned with, or maybe it's overblown. Who knows? Let's do the test. Okay, so first up, let's use the lighter, and let's use the plastic part of the lighter first, see if this can create some scratching on here. I'm seeing some micro scratches on there. I don't know, maybe Jack can pick that up. You see that? That's from the plastic. That's actually quite amazing. I don't think people are gonna be too happy about that. But the thing about it is if I run my thumb up and down this, I can kind of eliminate most of those marks. Those are not serious. They're definitely marks rather than scratches in the case of the lighter. What if the metal side of the lighter happened to hit the back of the device? Then what are we dealing with? Oh, that's a lot worse. Jack, what do you say? You're not happy with that. Will's definitely not happy with that. What will his dog say? What will Oscar say when he sees that? Again, I can kind of get rid of them just by rubbing it off. And that's where things start to get weird. You're like, what? How can I rub that off when that happens? Look at that. What? So weird. Who knows? Maybe Google's gonna come out and claim that this is some type of feature. What if you upgrade to like a coin? A coin could be even worse, it looks like. That's not a good look at all. A key, it's the same thing. Look at this. Nobody wants this. Wow, those still rub off. It's so bizarre. So basically the reason that I think this is happening is that the back is somewhat porous and it's picking up tiny little metal fragments from these objects and creating these marks as a consequence. The reason that it's picking up these marks is because it's probably harder than the item that's rubbing up against it. Let's go ahead and put a few deeper ones in there. I know it's painful to watch. So that's a very marked up smart, actually it's kind of starting to look artistic. Can we have our own Banksy moment? So you can see just on one swipe, it gets rid of most of the scratches or marks. I have to remind myself to keep saying marks. But you can see sort of underneath still a little bit of that etching that came off of the key. We could take it to some water. You could rinse it off. You could scrub it down. So I do have some water here present. A toothbrush, in fact, inspired, of course, by Erica Griffin's video. Let's try a little soap out. Might as well. We have some soap here. Okay. Seems to be true. It pretty much sets it back to the way it used to look. It's really an odd position to be in with your smartphone though, regardless. Like, you don't intend on scrubbing down your smartphone. Would you care? Would you prefer for this to be glossy and potentially more of a fingerprint magnet as opposed to this smooth finish? I don't know. I guess that's up to you. I'll pull out the white one and see what happens. So here's the white one. Oh, it does kind of pick it up, but in a different way. Can you see that? It's too subtle, but it rubs right off. Anyway, I think this one will probably show marks a little bit less than the black version. And really, it's just gonna be up to you at this point. How big of a deal is that to you? Most of the marks that you're probably gonna see on here, you're gonna be able to rub off, but at the end of the day, it is glass. You are not scratch proof here, but it looks like at this point, Scratchgate is more of a scuff gate. That pixel is back to life. Anger issues, anger management or something.